Okay, so I wanted to do a skincare video since I did a makeup video. But this was hard because I usually take care of moisturizing my skin as soon as I get out the shower, so my skin has a little dampness to it. But I had to get dressed to film this video, so now my skin is so dry. So I get really dry around my mouth, and then I have some, I guess this is called hyperpigmentation. This is like new. I've gotten it in the last year since I've been on Wegovy. And now like once a month I get like a really I think it's like hormonal acne or like a cystic acne. I don't know. But I never gotten it before, so now I have like hyperpigmentation here and here. But anyway, I wash my face in the shower using Clinique, and I use this. I got this as like a work thank you for hitting a year when I was with Amazon. And then I use this to remove makeup, and where's that? Hold on. This Clinique Take Off the Day is, the makeup is coming off. So I use that for removing, and then after I shower and wash and all that, I don't dry my face with the towel. I like to let it air dry. And then I use the Clinique exfoliating lotion as a toner. And I go over all of my skin. I guess I can talk a little bit about, I guess I'll yap a little. So yeah, I started taking Wegovy November of last year. And as a result, I have lost 70 pounds. And I still take it. I have PCOS. I've had PCOS for a while, for about 15 years since I was diagnosed, and I tried like metformin and birth control and just things that didn't work. And at one point about 7 years ago, I was like, I'm not taking metformin no more. Like, don't stop giving it to me. It's not doing anything. It doesn't support me. Clinique moisturizer. And then I didn't need to be on birth control. Like, I'm married. I wasn't trying to prevent pregnancy. And I didn't have like harsh menstrual cycles or anything like that. They were just irregular. And I also have ADHD, so I could never remember to take birth control. Like, I couldn't remember to take it every day, and like it was just too much. And I had tried Mirena, and that's a whole nother story that gave me. And I tried the Depo, like just things that were. But from the time I gave birth to my first baby to my second baby that I gave birth to, my body just kind of, naturally came back to itself. But I had my kids pretty close together. And I started putting on weight. I stayed athletic. I stayed I stayed at like performance level athletics because I did like high school and college sports. So all I knew for exercise was those things, Carmex. And so I always did those even after I had the kids. And I couldn't figure out why I was gaining weight. And I was like, maybe it's because like I'm married and we're living together, and I'm like, making gravy, cooking everything from scratch. And it wasn't that. I was like, it's not right. Like, my body's not right. So years and years and years of this, trying to figure it out. And one random doctor put in my medical notes that I had PCOS, but she never told me. So I didn't know what it was. I didn't know. And so I was talking to another doctor later on at a new duty station. So we're a military family, and so we change doctors every few years. I was telling this doctor my symptoms, and he was like, well, you have PCOS. And I was like, what's that? And he's like, it's been in your record for the last few years. Like, you didn't know. And I'm like, no. And so that was when I started metformin and all that. No luck. So then this is the Kiehl Ultra Face Cream. Then my doctor, what happened? My doctor that I saw last when we were in Hawaii, he was trying to help me figure something out. He's like, we can try like phentermine or something. And so I told him that my psychiatrist was going to try me on an ADHD medication. And he was like, oh, well, let's wait. This would have been 2023. He's like, well, let's wait because ADHD medication is known to help you lose weight. And so I waited. I started some different meds, and then we finally found the one that worked for me. And then within a year, about September of last year, I was like, okay, but I haven't lost no weight taking this ADHD medicine. And again, I eat healthy, I'm active, like it's not right. And so like my insulin levels were kind of high, but I wasn't pre-diabetic. And so they knew I was insulin resistant. I have insulin resistant PCOS, which means you produce insulin, but the insulin is not getting in to break down the glucose. So then your body just keeps producing insulin. So I go to my doctor. At this point, I'm crying. I'm like, hey, so we tried the ADHD med, like we tried this, like I'm over it. And he's like, okay, well, FDA just approved Wegovy for weight loss. And actually the GLP-1 and your insulin resistance, like the GLP-1 is perfect for your condition. And I was like, let's try it. And I know for some people, like, what's it called? I forgot the other name of the GLP-1, but some people are like, that's a cheat. And I'm like, I've been waiting years and years for something that works, so I'm gonna try it. So we tried it. I'm gonna let this set, and I'm gonna put a little bit of sunblock on. I'm not going out much today during the high sun, but I'm gonna use this Unseen by Supergoop. So I tried it with Wegovy. I don't have too many adverse side effects, but I can go into like a just Wegovy chat one day. And it's working. It works. It worked. I mean, like that's really all I have to say about it. I've lost 70 pounds, and my body, I feel like myself for the most part. I don't have too many adverse side effects. My cycle comes normally, like clockwork. The cycle's shorter, it's like 24 days, but every month. And so, like, just my body feeling like itself. I think the only big thing is that if I forget to take it and I'm off it for like a week or so, I can tell, like I can feel it. I'm like, oh, like I'll be like, oh, I forgot to take the medicine. So it kind of gives me like a angst about what's gonna happen after when I come off of it. Like, how is that gonna work? Because when I asked my doctor about it, like what'll happen to my body after I stop taking it, because I still am insulin resistant. And he's like, yeah, like, this is what you expect. Like, your body is gonna not have the support. And I'm like, sir. So I still work out, I still lift, I sprint train. One of the big things I prioritize is protein with the Wegovy, just to prevent muscle loss, is what I learned. Eyebrows. So yeah, I really could do like a whole video about Wegovy and weight loss, but today I just felt like yapping while I showed you my skincare. And I know a lot of times with PCOS, people struggle with fertility, and I did have struggles, which I won't go into right now, but like it was difficult getting pregnant the last 2 times. But I birthed 4 healthy babies, and they are the joy of my life. They drive me nuts. But yeah, so for day-to-day makeup, I just generally do Carmex on my lips, fill in my brows, and I'll probably use this MAC Studio, sorry, low battery mode. I'll probably use this MAC Studio Fix for my under eyes, and I won't do much else. Like, I get dark circles. I might slap some blush on with it. But just for everyday, like, I won't do a full face unless I just am feeling busted, like I'm in my luteal phase and my body is like, girl, you ugly, which I'm not, but sometimes my body be like, you ugly. So yeah, I'll do a light dusting of this. I'll set it with this Makeup by Mario, and then I might go back over it with this Danessa Myricks. And then I'll blush out with this bronzer that I've had forever by Becca Cosmetics. Just something that looks natural. But bye.